Hey there, YouTube. This is me bringing you a review on a C9 Highpoint 9mm. Now, I know that this is the gun that everybody always knocks on just because it's cheap, it's unreliable, it's always going to jam on you, this and that. Don't shoot it, it's going to blow up in your face. I've had this gun for about, I'm going to say, a month now. And I've put many rounds through it at the range, and to be honest, I really didn't have that many jams. And from reading online, from what I've seen from other people's problems with these guns, is that the magazine and the feed ramp aren't all that great on these guns. So what I went ahead and did was, and by the way, the gun is safe. I already had the magazine out. Magazine's empty. There's nothing in it, and also there's nothing in the chamber. Now on this, let's see, people were having problems with the ammo with your round. Instead of being at an angle following this top part right here, they were nose diving. Well, what I did was that right here and right here, those two little end pieces, I just took a pair of needle nose pliers and very gently kept bending them out so I could get the perfect pitch on my round in there so that they wouldn't nose dive and the gun wouldn't jam on me. Now, I wouldn't bend it drastically at first, because then you could mess up your magazine, so just do it gradually at a time. And then if you have snap caps, that's preferred. Practice with that, cycle through them with your gun, see how it works, see if you get any jams. I didn't have snap caps. I used live ammo, but I did it at a firing range owned by a family member. It was done safely and professionally with someone else's help. But that's what I did to the magazine. And then for the gun itself, what I went ahead and did was, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I polished up my feed ramp, and that just improved the gun tremendously. It feeds very nice now. There's no problems with it jamming at all. Now, one thing I don't understand is that Highpoint, they powder coated the feed ramp, and the barrel, I can see they can do that, but the feed ramp, not so sure why. But you take, I used a air Dremel with a with compound, and just used a tiny little cloth wheel, and just went in there and kept going at it until it was smooth. And then let's see. Other than that, the gun worked great, flawlessly. There was no problems with it. I went ahead and bought an aftermarket barrel. It's a longer barrel, and that's why you see that honky thing on the end right there. Yeah, it's definitely adds weight and ugliness to the gun, but I did it for a longer barrel, obviously, because I want the best accuracy I can get. And here, let me close it for you so you can see exactly what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the slide closed. I've had people say that, what is that? Is that a suppressor? Is that something that makes the gun more quiet, whatnot? And that just sounds ridiculous because obviously that is not a suppressor. That's just a piece from Highpoint. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's the Highpoint on there, their logo, that they sell for the longer barrels, because without this on here, you would have barrel hanging out, probably about there. But that's for that. And then I have a 10 round mag. I have 2 of these and the regular mag, of course. Put this on safety. It's gun's not loaded. I never have it loaded. Let's see. See, I went over that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, after I did all that work to it, the gun works great. It's, the way I look at it, why would you want to knock on a, I can't say guy, I'll say person. Why would you knock on a person's choice in a firearm? It's your personal choice. I don't care if it comes down to a little Astra 22 pistol, a pocket pistol. That's a tiny little guy. That all the way up to, let's say, a 357. I don't care what your choice is. What your choice is what you like, and it's good for you. That's something that you enjoy. I enjoy this gun. Ever since I fixed those problems, I've never had any problems. Let's see. The gun itself, I will have to admit, it's a big bulky gun. I mean, I could, after if I'm ever in the situation where I have to use my gun, which hopefully no one ever has to encounter that. Let's say I run out of rounds in my mag, I empty it out, and I don't have time to load up another one. I could use this thing as a club if I wanted to. I mean, it's that heavy. This whole rail up here it's big and bulky. There's no doubt about that. I mean, aside from looks-wise, I could care less, because when I get a handgun, I look for dependability, reliability, and accuracy. And as many bad reviews as Highpoint gets, I get all those good qualities out of this gun. This gun has never let me down. I mean, to me, it's a great gun. I wouldn't use it as a conceal and carry, only because it's obviously big, heavy, bulky gun. It's a freaking Warhammer. But it's just strictly home protection. My wife can use it, which is the great thing. And I mean, yeah, that's it. Over here we have, I went ahead and picked up, this is not for the range, this is strictly for home use, if needed to use them. It's called Hornady's Home Defense, and they are very, very nice. They are hollow points, and if you can see, it's got a little rubber piece in there in the center of this hollow point. Now, I like these hollow points because obviously, if let's say this was a different kind and that rubber piece wasn't in there, then there would be a divot in there, and when you would shoot, it's obviously the bullet's not going to be as accurate because it's got that little crevice in there, that divot. So I'm not going to say it's going to send this bullet wobbling like this out of your barrel, and it's not going to make it drastically shoot this way or this way, but it's not going to be as accurate. But with Hornady's, these home defense rounds, that little rubber piece right there is pretty much a void. It allows the hollow point to have better accuracy and whatnot, and when that bullet makes contact, that little rubber piece it's not going to exist. It's not going to come into factor or into play into that shot performing what it's supposed to do. The bullet's still going to split, and that little rubber piece is just going to disintegrate. But long story short, it's just there to give it better accuracy and velocity as well, because there's not that hole in there to slow it down or whatnot. And I believe, let's see, I have a box of 25, and I picked these up for $60, I think. Is it? Yeah, that's right. And I also have a handful of just regular rounds, low brass. I believe they're Winchesters. I only use those at the range. Definitely not these, obviously, because they're expensive and you don't want to send a hollow point down the range. You know, you'd rather save that for when you need it. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about this gun. I believe I went over everything about it. I mean, I like the safety on it. A lot of people hate safeties on guns and certain things about safeties in general. I'm going to sound like a dork for saying this, but, you know, with the safety, it's safer. Safer is better, and I don't skip out on that when it comes to a handgun. And I like this one because the first safety, that's just trigger lock. Second safety, that's slide lock. You cannot take the slide back. You cannot cycle rounds or whatnot or cock it if you have the safety on there. And to me, that's a nice feature. I like safeties, and this one has a 2-stage safety, which it's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see. I believe that's it. And yeah, I mean, it's a great gun. I like it. I wouldn't use it as my conceal and carry. I have a different handgun for that. But yeah, so this is it. It's my Highpoint. And yeah, all right.